Hurricane Harvey flooded Houston, many thousand, 100,000 houses, cars were flooded, and those whose houses were flooded, they needed a shelter. Yeah. Because we live in an unstable world. We don't know when something suddenly may happen to us. Suddenly. Pastor Dave son's family, and their house got flooded and water came knee high. And then I said, "Whoa, what shall we do?" And then look at outside all flooded like a river. And they suddenly had no place to go or to sleep. We become helpless all of a sudden because this world we live in is unstable. Sometimes we suddenly lose a job. And I was once in a shelter because I was driving. Our family was driving, and we are caught in a blizzard, snowstorm, and then all the expressways were closed, streets were closed, hotels, motels were full. We had nowhere to go. So, police car led us to a church, and the church opened a shelter. Um, so, during our lifetime, sooner or later, we need a shelter. Okay, next, Karen, please.
What kinds of shelters do we have? Homeless shelters,
Uh-huh.
camping like in the wilderness shelters,
Uh-huh.
temporary.
Right. Schools, churches provide shelters, individual families, and also insurances, money. Those are our shelters. You know, I have 3 insurances for this house. Either the fire insurance, flood insurance, and the water line insurance. Still, those may not help me. I may need a shelter someday. Okay, next question, Judy, please.
Who is the true shelter? I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. God is our Lord, is our shelter.
Yeah, our Lord, because He is the Most High, and He is the Almighty. God provides a shelter for us, for the helpless. So when we need a shelter, check into God's shelter. Next question, Judy. Missionary Daniel.
What does dwelling in the shelter of the Most High mean? Nine. First, as one, he who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. If you make the Most High your dwelling, even the Lord, who is my refuge.
Yeah, so let's think about what it means, dwelling in the shelter of God. What does a dwelling mean?
Living.
Dwelling.
Stay.
Yeah, stay. actually living together, share the food together, share rooms together. That is dwelling. So it's not just quick visit, all right, but life together, dwelling. Dwelling in the shelter of the Most High, so means actually we go up there. We go up God's dwelling place and we live there. We live there. So our heart, our body may be in this world, but our heart is in God's place and living together with God. This is very profound. I still cannot grasp the whole meaning. So King James Version said, a secret place. A secret place. So when we make our shelter in the Most High, Almighty God, then you know what it means, dwelling. Our heart must be lifted up, go to God's place, and living there, my heart living in there. Okay, question 2. Joan?
Why will a bird be trapped in a snare? He rescues you from every trap and protects you from the fatal thorn.
So the question is, why will a bird be trapped in a snare?
Is careless? I mean, not careless. He doesn't see the snare.
Right, exactly. A bird cannot see the hidden trap, hidden evils. The bird doesn't have a deep understanding, the deep insight, hidden things. So bird, weak, spiritually weak. So it's like a human. It's like us. We only look for food, then we will fall into a trap. And we don't have a spiritual insight, what's hidden behind. So we will fall into a trap. Okay, Karen, please.
Can a bird in a snare escape? No, it needs to be saved.
Right. Bird in a snare, impossible to escape. Okay, next question to Judy.
Do you know a person who suffers from deadly pestilence?
Yeah, when people are very, very sick, incurable, they just give up, give up. Uh, Next question.
What power does God have to those who shelter in Him?
Can you read verse 3?
He surely will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence.
Okay, let's read all together verse 3. Surely he will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. God can save. A bird in a cage, a person who fell into trap, still can find shelter in the Lord, because our heart is still free to go to God. Even though we are in a trap, even though we are, we have a deadly pestilence, our heart still can dwell in God's place. Amen. Uh-huh. Okay, question 3.
Under his wings, that's from verse 4.
Mhm.
I'll read number 4. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart.
Mhm. And then first question.
How does a mother hen provide her chicks a shelter? From 94A. 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 He'll cover you with his fingers, or her fingers. Under his wings you will find refuge.
This is a metaphor, and how God provides us refuge. God uses like a hen. So, in reality, how does a mother hen provide her chicks a shelter? Have you ever grown a chicken? And this one was very common during the Psalm was written. It's like how we mow the front yard, and everybody knows, like that. And during this poem was written, it was very common knowledge how mother hen take care of her chicks. So this was used. Um, First, the mother hen chooses a suitable spot. Like a winter time, she will choose warm, sunny place. Summertime, she will choose shade. And then she spread her feathers, her wings, and not completely out, but maybe about 2-3 inches out, like that. And then all other furs little bit loose now, and then her cheeks all hide. I don't know, each wing maybe 2-3 chicks can go in, and then they who cannot. If wings are all filled, they go to the front and then back, and they find their spot. They find the spot, and then mom stays there for like 30 minutes, 1 hour, so that chicks can sleep and rest inside of her body, between feathers, among the feathers. Then it's warm and nice, they can breathe. Okay, next question. Joe?
Okay. Why do the chicks?
Where?
Where do her chicks find a refuge? Under, next to her body, under her wings.
Right. Under her wings, among the feathers. Usually there are about 10 to 15 chicks, and so that's their refuge, shelter. And so summertime it will be cool, wintertime warm and safe. The most favorite place for the chicks, under the wings. Okay, Karen.
Why do the chicks rest and sleep under their mother's wings? Because it's safe and protected.
Right. Safe, protected, trust. They trust. The little chicks, like half of my hand, the little, but they trust their mom's protection. Trust. So they go in there, sleep, and rest. That's how God's shelter. When we take refuge in God, it will be just like that. Okay, next question, Judy, please.
What is the spiritual meaning of all his feathers? His feathers is
Oh, 91,
4C.
4, yes, 4C. Yes. Please correct 91, 4C. I missed 4.
His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart.
Yeah.
His God's faithfulness.
God's faithfulness will be wings and feathers. I don't know. I can draw chicks. Oh, um, something like this. Eyes like this. And then when she sit down, she spread the wings a little bit, and then like this. And then little chicks hiding under here, and they hide under here, and hide under there, or under there, like that. The wings. They all 10 to 15 chicks hide under there. So it's a metaphor. It uses feather, feathers, and wings. And this, under the wings, under the feathers, they rest. And this is God's faithfulness. So we are under God's faithfulness. We rest under God's faithfulness. God shield us. When we take refuge in God, God shield us with His faithfulness. Because God is faithful, we take refuge, we rest. Okay, next question.
Discuss the faithfulness of God shown to Abraham and his descendants.
So this is a very important theme when we take refuge in God. He is faithful. How did God show His faithfulness to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, 12 sons, and then Israelite in Egypt? God brought them back to the land. God is still faithful to Abraham. So really, to learn faithfulness of God, just our own experience is not good enough, because God's faithfulness extended to 1,000 generations. God is still faithful to Abraham. Still. God was with Abraham, with Isaac, with Jacob, and the 12 sons of Jacob. God was faithful, and he brought Abraham's descendants, delivered them out of Egypt, back to promised land, and God established David's kingdom. And then God sent the Savior, Jesus, to their descendants. And then Abraham's descendant, Israel, killed the Messiah. And last 2,000 years, they persecuted Jesus' name. They persecuted. Even now, you know, in Israel, now they ban Christians' marriage. I mean, the Messianic Christians' marriage. They allow gay, lesbian marriage, but not Messianic Jews. Even now, they are against Jesus. But at the end, Jesus will come back to save Jerusalem from the Armageddon war. So, even though men were unfaithful, God is still faithful to unbelievable faithfulness. That is his wing, his feathers. Under this faithfulness, we take our refuge. So that means, you know, sometimes we are not faithful, then we hesitate to go to God. But even though we are not faithful, God is still faithful. That is our wing. Under that wing, we take refuge. Yeah. So, even though, you know, I was unfaithful many times to the Lord, when I think about myself, I'm so disappointed. I have failed, you know. But God is still faithful to me. That's why I go back to God. And that is God's wing. Okay. Question 4.
Question 4. Under his wings, how will you feel during the terror of night? I don't fear terror of night. But,
Because
say,
it didn't happen to us yet. But you know, at this time, there like a national border was not clear, and then you know small tribes attack Philistines, and you know all neighbors attack at night, head of night. So they mostly protected themselves by private alliance like that. So they had their environment. They had head of night, but because they are under his wings, under his protection. He says, you will not fear the terrible night. But without God's protection, it's normally people will fear terrible night. They don't know when the neighboring enemy will attack. They don't know. But because God's protection is with them, they will not fear the terror of night. Okay, next question.
How will you feel when an arrow flies by day? Well, I will feel like I want to be close to God.
So it says, You will not fear the arrow that flies by day, because you are under his wings. Yeah. Normally, I mean, there is war and the arrow flies here and there. We become so afraid. We feel terror. But because we are under God's wing, God's protection, we feel safe. So we will not feel terror when the arrow fly by day. Okay, next question.
How will you feel when the pestilence stalks in the darkness? No fear.
No fear. Yeah. So maybe infectious disease, deadly flu or pest, whatever, cancer, pestilence. At that time when this psalm was written, there are not much medicines. So it is deadly pestilence. Once contagious infection spread, it is just so fatal. It just sweeps the population. So people are so afraid, feel terror. But because they are under his wings, you will not fear. Okay, next one, Judy.
How will you feel when the fire destroys and leave them? You want to-
Right. Um, so when Hurricane Harvey pounded our city, I was afraid. I was keep on praying that not a drop of water may come into my house, and that not a drop of water come to Roman's house, because I heard the backyard is begin to fill with water. Okay, next question, Missionary Tanya.
Mm, How will you feel when the prey is true?
Next,
Why will you not fear during such times of terrible disaster? Because we are under his wing.
Amen. We are under his wings. His faithfulness will protect us. Like a mother hen protect her chicks under her wings. We are protected by God's faithfulness. We trust and we can rest, we can take a nap because we are safe under his wings. During that time, when the mother hen, has her chicks under her, when I go close to it, mother hen will, pick my hands and then attack my hands because she becomes so aggressive to protect her chicks. So no matter, these are the disasters that come at that time, 1,000 years ago. Our disasters, what kind of disasters we have? Our disasters will be deeper, right? Hurricane, losing job, earthquake, or we don't know what kind of a sickness may sweep the, you know, population. We don't know, but our terms will be a little different. But we feel no fear because we are under His wings. We are under His faithfulness. Amen. Question 5.
When will 1,000 fall?
you read verse 7?
Though 1,000 fall at my side, though 10,000 are dying around me, the evil will not touch me.
Okay. So when 1,000 will fall, we're just trying to understand the background, you know.
Like, okay, it could be a plague, it could be
Right.
war.
Yeah. It could be a war, or it could be a contagious disease, uh, or a earthquake. Yeah. So 1,000 fall at your side. And then next question. Karen.
How will the casualty increase? 1,000 to 10,000
Yeah.
multiplied.
Casualty increase 10 times. You know, 1,000 fell on my side, and then when I turn around this side, 10,000. So it's unbelievable death occurring. When I read this passage in Spanish Bible, he said, 1,000 fall at your left side, 10,000 at your right side. The English is at your side, at your right hand. But you look at it, 1,000 die. And you turn around, 10,000 die. Unbelievable, some disaster. Okay, next.
How close near you will disaster occur? 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. So, right in front of you.
Yeah, not far away. Right. Right side, left side, and before your eyesight. Huge disaster is occurring. Your right, your left, and before your very eyes. You can see. I mean, Hurricane Harvey, next block, and then this side, that side, and still other areas is water up to the roof. And we saw with our own eyes. Yeah. Okay, next question.
Why will you be protected from a disaster that is happening right next to you? But 14. Because he loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him, I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name.
Yeah, God's protection is with you because you went to the God's shelter. You made the Lord your shelter. Okay, let's read all together verse 2. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. And verse 9 and 10. If you make the Most High your dwelling, even the Lord who is my refuge, then no harm will befall you, no disaster will come near your tent. And then verse 14. Because he loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him, I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. Yeah. So because we made the Most High Almighty God as my shelter, And we said, the Lord is my refuge. So God's protection is with us. Okay, question 6.
When we take refuge in the Lord, how will God protect us? From verse 10. No harm will befall you, no disaster will come near your tent.
Yeah. Your tent means your home, your house. Even though 1,000 may fall, 10,000 may die, but and you are there, you're right there in the middle of disaster, but no harm will come to you, and no disaster will come near your house. Okay. Next question, John.
What kind of invisible protection, invisible security guards are we under? For he orders his angels to protect you wherever you go. They will steady you with their hands to keep you from stumbling against the rocks on the trail.
Yeah,
So the angels.
that's the reason God commanded his angels. God commanded. China Street, there's John and Karen Tom, protect them. Even today, I was in a car accident. It was car. I was going to the North Bracewood, and then I gave my right turn blink light, and I was entering the bank, Chase Bank, and then the car was in the middle, so I couldn't enter. The car was in the middle. He didn't take his, side in the middle. So I was turning, but I stopped. And then car right behind me almost hit me. Because, he expect I would enter, but I couldn't enter. And then the car right behind me suddenly stopped and blew the horn, bang, bang, like that. What can I do? If I enter, I will hit. And the car sitting in the middle was inside banker. The man banker. I don't know what he was doing. And I think he's deciding what to do, or, he was doing something, put his car in the middle. Wow. I really feel the angel was in my way. He said, to guard you in all your ways. All your ways. Whether we recognize or not, God commanded his angels to protect me and protect you. Because we made our God my refuge, my shield. Okay, so we have invisible protection, invisible security guard. Okay, next question.
Are you or are you or not? Are you scared or not of a lion or a cobra? Yes, but I don't need to be afraid.
Yeah, normally we scared of lion. When I see a lion, I bet I will stop breathing. If I see a cobra, I will stop moving. I mean, I saw just very small snake, in the palm, maybe my thumb like this, but I was frozen when I saw it. It was so scary. So we are so scared of lion or a cobra. Okay, next question.
How will your prowess go when you experience God's protection?
Can you read the verse
Okay.
13?
You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. You can trample the big one.
Yeah, it's not in the things happening in the jungle. This is our spiritual battle. Spiritual battle like a lion, like the cobra. And trample means we trample and kill the lion and cobra. Don't be afraid of a spiritual battle. Don't be afraid of your spiritual enemies. Because what God promised when we have refuge in Him, He gives us the power so we can trample and kill the lion and kill the cobra. Um, this verse is very important because before our enemy, spiritual lion, cobra, poisonous cobra, wow, we are so afraid. We cry, we complain, we become so small and cannot do anything. No, when we have a shelter in the Lord, the Most High God, we become so powerful. And then we can just step on the lion and the cobra and win victory. The same promise is written, we study Gospel Luke chapter 10, verse 19. God gave, when He sent out 72, Jesus said, I have given you authority to trample the lion and the serpent, snake. So when we face spiritual battle, we need to memorize this one. We have to feel it. I have a power to trample over the lion and the cobra. Okay. So this is very important passage that we have a power. Don't step back. Challenge it. All right. Question 7.
Take the 6 things that will do to him who makes that his refuge.
Okay. Please write it down what God will do to us when we make Him our refuge. 14a.
This belongs me from the Lord. I will rescue you. I am protecting for you.
Yeah. I will rescue him. Oh, there are two. A, B. Okay, next. I will rescue him and then
I will protect him, for he acknowledged me.
I will protect him. And then Joe,
I will make him great. Or maybe that's protect. I
First,
will answer him.
yeah, I will answer him. And then John,
I will be with him.
I will be with him in trouble. Okay, next is the
I will
Judy.
deliver him, and I am him.
Yeah, I will deliver him even in the snare or deadly pestilence or surrounded by enemies. Well, we fight the lion and cobra. It doesn't matter. I will be with him in trouble. Okay, next, missionary Tanya.
Long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation.
Yeah, I will satisfy him with a long life and show him amazing promise. Amazing promise when we make the Most High Almighty God my shelter, my refuge. Okay, question 8.
What did the Israelites do when they faced troubles? From Isaiah 30, verses 1 and 3. I'm just going to go to that. Isaiah 30, verses 1 and 3. Says, woe to the obstinate children, declares the Lord, to those who carry out plans that are not mine, forming an alliance but not by my spirit, heaping sin upon sin, who go down to Egypt without consulting me, who look for help to the Pharaoh's protection, to Egypt's shade for refuge. But Pharaoh's protection will be to your shame. Egypt's shade will bring you disgrace. And from 31:3, but the Egyptians are men and not God. Their horses are flesh and not spirit. When the Lord stretch out his hand, he who, he who helps will stumble. He who is helped will fall. Both will perish together.
Yeah. And so when Israel uh, had a trouble and they were attacked by Assyria, what did they do? Did they take refuge according to the today's word? Did they take refuge in the Lord? No. He relied on Egyptians' help. So they sent the envoy delegates to Egypt. We are being attacked. Please come and save us, help us. And God was displeased. Why don't they come to me? Why did they go down to Egypt? Uh-huh. So they lost all this God's protection because they didn't find refuge in the Lord. God Almighty, the Most High God, helps us through His angels, through His Spirit. But God said, the Egyptian, the cavalry, horses, they are flesh. God is helping through Spirit. So one of these reasons, God was not happy with Israel because they didn't go to God for help, but they tried to get through political, diplomatic ways. They will not survive because God said, Egypt cannot help you. Then why do they go to Egypt and didn't come to the Lord? Okay, the Bible studies are here. I had a dream last night. And in my dream, I didn't go to God. I didn't go to God.